Hello. This program is going to look a little different from what you usually see on the ABC. I'll be back right after this commercial.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Love one, yes.
A pot of tea, please, Edith.
Right away, sir.
I hope she knows there's a lot more tea in our Lipton pot strength bags than...
Did I do something wrong?
Lipton pot strength tea bags. Heavier bags, bigger flavour.
Our program is about television ads, like that one you've just seen. Now, you probably enjoyed that ad because it was funny. But while it's making you laugh, it was also telling you something. It was telling you that Lipton's tea is a strong tea, and that's why the roof caved in. Every ad is trying to tell you something. Have a look at this one.
Rolling round the world in your bubble, life is a bubble. Alright, rolling round with Coca-Cola, bubbling over 'cause Coke gas life. Looking at the world from your bubble, leaving all your troubles outside. Driving nice cold Coca-Cola, bubbling over 'cause Coke gas life.
What do you think that ad is trying to tell you about Coke? Well, have you noticed that in most Coca-Cola ads, people are having fun? Coke is fun? That's what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to create an image for Coca-Cola. Most products have an image. If I say to you Lipton's tea, probably the first thing you'll think of is strength. That's its image. And if I say to you Coca-Cola, then you'll probably think of fun. That's Coke's image. See if you can guess the images of these products.
In every single bottle of this delicious soft drink is the juice of 2.5 pounds of apples. Jonathan's, Granny Smith's, Yates. Think about that. Sparkling Devondale cider. The soft drink made from apples.
I think that ad was probably saying that Devondale is made from lots of real apples. It's not artificial, so its image is one of goodness. Here's another one.
Pink and green, you've all seen.
But now there's something new. Bubble Yum comes in orange too. A really soft and juicy chew, which no other gum seems to do.
And with new Bubble Yum Orange,
The orange lasts a long, long, long time. New orange bubble yum.
That one is intended to make kids want to go out and buy Bubble Yum. The advertisers have decided that children are their market. That means the people they're aiming their commercials at. Of course, children aren't always the market. The market could be, well, for example, businessmen, or mothers, or teenagers. See if you can pick the market for this ad.
9 cold children sitting on the wall. 9 cold children sitting on the wall. And if someone's mother should accidentally call,
oh, my last packet of cream of chicken soup. I must get some more.
there'd be 7 cold children sitting on the wall. 7 cold children sitting on the wall. And if someone's mother should accidentally call,
A packet soup would be nice to start with. Chicken noodle. The kids love that.
there'd be 4 cold children sitting on the wall. 4 cold children sitting on the wall. And if someone's mother should accidentally call,
Something light and tasty. Spring vegetable. That'll perk them up.
there'd be 1 cold child sitting on the wall.
Continental have more delicious flavours of packet soup to tempt them home than anyone else.
Mum will be home any minute now.
I think the market for that ad is probably mothers. If they want to look after their children, and that means keeping them warm in winter, then they must make them some hot continental soup. Well, at least that's what the advertisement is telling you. Do you think it works? Here's another one.
Hey, wake up. It's tang time.
Something stirring in the morning.
Hey, you make the tang every day.
Because our bodies can't store vitamin C, we need a new supply every day. So top up with the orange taste of Tang.
Something stirring in the morning. Something stirring in the morning.
A full day's vitamin C in every glass.
Now that one's got two things going. It suggests that Tang helps you to have a happy and cheerful life, and it's also telling you that Tang is good for you because it's got lots of vitamin C in it. Now, cop a load of this one.
In the heat of the outback, the flies and the dust, a bloke gets so hot, a cool one's a must. Milk bars are scarce and water holes few. A creamy cool billabong will help see you through. They're smoother and creamier than ever before. The taste is so great you'll be screaming for more. Billabongs are real nice, you know I'm not wrong. Wrap your laughing gear round a Paul's billabong. Wrap your laughing gear, wrap your laughing gear, wrap your laughing gear round a Paul's billabong. Wrap your laughing gear, wrap your laughing gear, wrap your laughing gear round a Paul's billabong.
It's good because it's Australian. It's got kookaburras singing, broad Australian accents, and even an Australian-sounding name, Paul's Billabong. Now, the advertisers could have chosen to give the ice cream a fresh, clean image, or a good-tasting, quality image, or an image of fun for kids, but they didn't. They gave it an Australian image. What do you think the market might have been? Now, here's another image they might have chosen.
Today, you can buy Mrs. Truan's jams in South Australia, but the story really began back in the 30s.
The black currants that just came in, so I made black currants and blackberry and plum and jelly, apple jelly and quince jelly, and I never missed first prize for my marmalade.
Now, in 1973, fine jams and marmalades bearing Mrs. Truan's name carry on this tradition, and they're good.
Well, it must be good if you're going to put my name on it.
The idea there is that the jam is good for you because it's old-fashioned. The advertisers are trying to suggest that the old ways of doing things are better than the modern ways, and that's why you should buy their jam. Now, Mrs. Truan's isn't the only product to use that image.
If you listen very carefully, I'll tell you a tale of coffee and tea and E.H. Harris and Company. In 1883, Harris clippers put to sea in search of coffee and tea, quality coffee and tea. They sped like hawks across the seas, rare Ceylon and China teas, then rode the roaring 40s till they found rich coffee in Brazil. Then down around the dreaded Horn, where ships were lost and legends born, laden with precious coffee and teas, they crashed their way through the angry seas. Now times have changed and Sydney swings, it's a different kind of ship that brings cargoes for Harris across the sea, but there's never been a change in the quality. Since 1883, E.H. Harris and Company for quality coffee and tea. Harris Coffee and Tea, quality coffee and tea. Harris Coffee and Tea.
There's a place God must have favored. A valley of rich green and gold. It was natural for man to choose this valley for a special purpose. The Bega Valley, where the finest dairy cattle graze on lush green grass to produce a specially rich milk. Where fine golden cheddar cheese is still made and matured the traditional way. Rich golden cheeses of distinct taste and texture. There's only one Bega cheese. Choose it and taste the gold.
Quality. That's an image that's been around as long as advertising itself.
No thanks. No cheap teas for me. I want bushels. Flavour is more important than price.
You're so right. It pays to buy good tea. Bushels flavour makes your cup of tea worthwhile. Enjoy good tea.
Flavour is more important than price.
Buy Bushels.
No thanks, no cheap teeth for me. I want bushels. Flavour is more important than price.
It pays to buy good tea. You get more flavour, more cups to the pound with Bushels tea. And Bushels flavour makes your tea break worthwhile.
Flavour is more important than price.
This week buy Bushels.
There's something else you might have noticed in those ads. One of the oldest techniques in advertising. The slogan. Flavour is more important than price is a slogan. It's a simple statement, and if you say it often enough, people will remember it. And there's another way of getting people to remember your product. Use a jingle. A simple song they hear again and again and remember. Do you ever feel that people don't love you? Well, that's quite easy to fix.
Hi. Where have you been all my life?
For the first half of it, I wasn't even born.
That did it. That was the day Alan Johnson decided to make a fresh start.
There's a new you coming every day.
That new you builds on protein. So exercise, eat right, and drink milk. Because milk's got protein, like you get in meat. High-quality bodybuilding protein at a price that's still a bargain.
Pour it down, drink it up, drink more milk every day. Let the best in you come shining through.
Hello there. How are you? Good to see you.
Do you think people would believe that ad and buy milk? Well, in case they don't, we could try another image.
The Los Angeles Rams, the top American gridiron team, and their famous coach, Chuck Knox, twice awarded the honor of Coach of the Year. Here's Chuck in Australia.
Hi, I'd like to tell you what I've been telling these guys. To play a winning game, you need the right kind of meal before a match. And U.S. medical research and my team have proved that meal should include milk. That's right, good old milk. So if you play any kind of ball game, this is your drink. This is what helps make a winner.
That's one for the sports fans from the Milk Board. Chuck Knox says milk is good for you, and you're expected to believe him because he's a football coach. When the Milk Board was planning their campaign, they thought young people weren't drinking much milk, so they decided to make some ads to give milk a young image.
When things are lazy, you can make it crazy, baby, move it. A little labor, simply name your flavor, baby, move it. Chocolate move, strawberry move, iced coffee move, banana move,
smooth flavoured milk.
So there you have 3 different images for milk, each one aimed at a different audience. Here's a 4th. Who do you think is the market for this ad?
Want a real milkshake? Do it yourself. And now for one of my Yogi milkshakes. Let's try a chocolate-flavored double ice cream, malt-sweetened Yogi shake. Add the milk and shake in my special Yogi shaker. Smarter than the average shake because you shake it any way you want it. Just drinking milk? Yay! Like you said, sir. Get an extra bottle and shake.
Have you ever noticed how many ads, like that one, use a character from books, comics or television? Well, the idea is that if you like the character, for example Yogi Bear, then you might like the product. It's advertising, in this case milk. Well, who are some of the other characters?
Why, here's Mr. Tall.
It is Mr. Small.
And the Mr. Men ice treats from Streets.
Mr. Men!
So we'll meet you at the local for a street skate time or two. Cause the gate time is the big time thing to do.
Oh, hi, Lois.
Now, where have you been, Clark?
The powerful Superman ice treat from Streets.
Now we're into the world of heroes and villains. If you want to be like Superman, have a Streets. And have you ever wanted to be the hero in a Western? It's quite easy. You do it with bubblegum.
There's a brand new Hubba Bubba bubblegum in town. It's still soft, juicy, and delicious. But now, Hubba Bubba lets you blow great, big, fat bubbles that won't stick to your face. Hubba Bubba!
Big bubbles? No trouble.
Hubba Bubba bubblegum.
Did you notice also that that one had a slogan and a jingle? Do you think it worked? Would you be convinced to go out and buy Hubba Bubba? Have a look at this one.
I'm gonna give you guys out there. This Super Metro gum's real good stuff. Big juicy pieces of gum.
And the flavor goes on forever, boss.
The flavor don't stop till I say so. It's soft too. It's the only soft stuff I go in for. So when you made the big time Super Metro gum, ain't that right, Knuckles?
Sure thing, boss.
Now this last ad is one that's got everything. Gives its product and young appeal, like the Move ad, and it also shows how attractive the product can make you, like in the milk ads. It's got a jingle, like aeroplane jelly, and also shows that it's got things in it that are good for you, like Tang. Here it is.
Susie Q, what's cooking with you? Your teeth look whiter than new.
My teeth aren't new, but my toothpaste is. It's Pepsodent. Get with it, kids. There's new mint flavors on the beam. Your mouth stays cool as a mountain stream, and Pepsodent has Arium too. Means brighter smiles for me and you.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Why not try Pepsodent tomorrow?
Pepsodent, mint, fresh Pepsodent.
time. What am I? Who am I? What will I be? Where am I going? And what will I see? Searching my mind for some truths to reveal. What thoughts are fantasy? What memories real? Long before this life of mine, long before this time, what was there? Who cared to make it begin? Is it forever or will it all end? Searching my past for the things that I've seen. Is it my life or just something I dream?
Developing hunting society, the stress on maleness was reinforced. The female began her enslavement to the children and the cook fire that would separate her from the seat of power for the next 500,000 years. By the time Neanderthal appeared, about 100,000 years ago, the hunt had become the model for human society. Separation of the sexes was an accepted fact of life. The men spent most of their time together. A child's place was still with the women. To Neanderthal, the male bond of comradeship, so vital to the hunt, began to show itself in the cave, in a new form, still excluding the females. Trophies and drinking became symbols of manhood and success. The skull cult of the Neanderthals, with all the eerie trappings of a secret society, united the hunters in a bond of blood. A ritual was born. The place of the ritual would always be male territory. The dominant hunter finds himself in the 20th century. He has not come so very far. Some speculate that the drinking term skål actually means skull, perhaps a throwback to Neanderthal. Trophies, drinking, and the companionship of other men remain symbols of manhood.
I want the giant. There's not even a place for it.
The hunt itself has been replaced by artificial life and death situations, games, gambling, and sports. In the dwindling fortress of male territory, teamwork and group status still hold their primal power.
I made the money then, and then the house detective come and run us out, and we went down